Is Grant Cardone going to leave Florida, move back to California, and run for governor? I don't know, but he just did a 3-city tour down in Southern California, and our good friend Omar Alfaro was at one of those events. So, Omar, is Grant Cardone really going to leave the great state of Florida, move back to California, pay all of those taxes, but run for California governor? Could it happen? Is it going to happen?
Michael, that'd be crazy if it did. I mean, he was talking about it, but I don't know if he really will. But I guess it just remains to be seen. I mean, why would you want to? Because you have to move back to California to become governor. So
Absolutely.
at that point, it's like his. I mean, he could have residency. Don't know if he'll bring his businesses back because most people leave California to go and make more money in Florida. When you're playing at that level, I mean, we're at a different level. Michael, you left Cal. You're kind of split here and there, but it's it's one of those things where you are taxed a lot here, but you just can't beat the weather. I mean, that's all I'm going to say. And
yeah, I mean,
it's cool to see everybody there, though.
No, it was so. I'm gonna love to hear about the event. I've obviously followed Grant on X or Twitter, and let's just say he's been very aggressive since the California fires. His house on Carbon Beach, as I understand it, is still standing but was damaged. His neighbors wiped out. So he has had some very harsh words for the California governor and the mayor of that area. But yeah, I think Grant's coming to SoCal to take the temperature. I do. Again, I don't know the man. I never spoken to the man. Nothing. But I think he's coming out to take the temperature and to figure out if he's really got a chance. Because if Grant runs, he's going to run as a Republican. 100%. And I believe the last Republican to win California was Arnold Schwarzenegger, I believe. And and by the way, California has what's called a supermajority. So people like to talk about California being a two-party state. It is absolutely not. It's Democratic up and down.
Yes, for sure it is.
if you're a Republican here, you're sent out to the kindergarten table. You're not even invited to the party because you have zero power. So I think Grant is willing to move back. I think he is willing to pay the 13% state tax on his income. To your point, my guess is his business stays in Florida. Just my guess. Why bring that back?
Right.
But I think what Grant wants to know is, does he have a better than 50-50 chance? I think if he believes he's got a better than 50-50 chance, he's going to run. And I think these first kind of events are to take the temperature. So you're at the event. Which of the cities were you at? And what was kind of the vibe and the flow?
It was a small setup. It was at the, it was just some hotel high rise. And it was in Irvine. And, it was a pretty cool room with like a little stage and stuff, and everybody packed in, and there was quite a few people there, and people still coming up on the elevator, and there was a lot of.
Are we talking 100? Talking 50? Talking 250?
No, there was probably there was over 100 people for sure.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, and that was the first. I mean, you got to remember, it was like a couple days notice. That's it.
Yeah, he didn't. But it just was. This was kind of a. Hey, I'm coming. Let's see what we could do.
Let's see who can show up. Yeah, and then there's a lot of people that did show up, and a lot of influencers too that are on social, and they were there, and it was pretty cool crowd, and he was really, really passionate about like saving California, about why,
Yeah, I believe him.
Why did that?
Yeah, I really do believe Grant. I do think, I think he first got interested in politics when he interviewed Trump at his 10X WealthCon or 10X event. I don't remember the title, but one of those events, he had him on stage. It's actually on YouTube. It's a great interview of Trump and Grant to listen to. I think he got a little taste there. Grant obviously spoke at a couple of Trump events in this election cycle,
Yeah.
and he enjoyed that. I think Trump told Grant, at least in one of the videos I saw, that he should go for it. He's got whatever that it factor is.
Yeah.
So I think Grant's got the itch. I think he also would love to take a shot at turning California around, but I don't think it's an uphill battle. I don't think he's, you know what? I earlier said 50-50 chance. I actually believe if Grant thinks he has a 40% chance, he takes a run at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
because I think it's that important.
Yeah. And I think that, he wants to take over because he doesn't want California to like implode on itself.
Yeah. It is getting to that point. It'll be very interesting to see what happens to migration, right? California has been losing people, I think, for 3 or 4 years now. And a lot of the people that have left have wealth, right? Right. I left, right? For example, and I'm a tiny fish. I'm a minnow. But a lot of businesses have been pulled out. Tesla left. A lot of folks have Chevron, I think, is leaving, or Exxon, one of those guys is leaving. So I really do believe what Grant's trying to figure out is, does he have a shot? Because every Republican that tries, they're good for, 28%, because Democrats are a super majority. Unless you have Democrats that are pissed off, you don't have a chance of winning. So that's what I think he's doing.
And they probably are. After the Palisades, they probably freaking are.
But will it hold? Right? That's the key.
You know what? Because this is the thing, the other part that I consider is, you think that rebuilding of the Palisades, he talked a little bit about that too, that it's not going to happen here in the next couple of years.
No.
This is like
dude, they can't even agree on the cleanup time frame.
Right.
They're still keeping people out of cleaning up their houses because of this, that, and the other thing.
Right. Because of the red tape. And he's like, man, and I think also might be a real estate play. I could be wrong, but I'm sure, because shit, Garden Beach, multi-million-dollar house,
$100 million homes.
Yeah, they shouldn't have been burned, man. Honestly, in California, it's not like third world country.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of water like right there in the ocean that might have been able to put out the fires. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's crazy, but yeah. I don't know. It's good to see what's going to end up happening, and we're living in an interesting time right now, especially.
So how long was Grant on stage? Was he on stage for 30 minutes, 40? What are we talking here?
It was a good 45 minutes to an hour, just him going over. He had slideshows. He had
wow, prepared, not off the cuff.
No, he was prepared. Gavin Newsom must leave. We got to get rid of him somehow, some way. He's like, we need to petition, because he started the petition to make him resign, obviously, with enough votes.
Well, the good news is Gavin Newsom will not be our governor in the next term. He's actually what they call term limit out.
Yeah.
So that's, net positive. He's going to be gone. But the problem again is, with the supermajority, do we just put another? That's the problem in California. If it's got a D next to the name, they get voted in. If it's got an R, it doesn't get voted in. And that's what I think Grant's trying to figure out. Does he have a chance? And Irvine, you tell me, Irvine is like the most Republican part of Southern California. Is that fair or no?
Yeah, that and Orange County has like flopped. So now it's all Republican.
It's red. Yeah. Okay. All right. So again, he's going there. The other thing, again, I saw on Instagram, was he had his oldest daughter there? I think her name's Sabrina. Was Sabrina there as well?
Sabrina was there. Super well articulate. She's smart. She's 15 years old, and she can probably have better conversations than most people. But again, her dad's Grant Cardone. She's been like in it.
Well, don't forget Elena. Elena's no joke either.
No, right? 100. They both are like just that's their duplicate offspring right there. And she's so smart, and it's pretty cool. It's really cool.
Yeah. See. So was she on stage as well? Did she do 10 or 15 minutes?
Yeah, I know. She was talking about that, her passion too, about, she was distraught when their California home was almost burnt down. And she was like, I love California. I don't like Florida. She said it. She's like, I'd rather live in California because the weather's always awesome, and it's just a great place to live. And
Yeah,
so
I saw a video of her in her bedroom in the house, and it was, you see holes in the roof and water damage, and that's probably a memory she'll never forget. I mean, she's 15, so she'll never forget that. It's not like she's 5 and maybe you'll forget it. She's 15. She'll remember that forever.
forever. And you know what? Proximity is like the most important thing. And I'm seeing this, and it's like, I wasn't doing that at 15. Were you?
No, heck no.
I mean,
No.
it's crazy. Like just the difference of how people are growing right now.
All right. So before the event, from 0 to 100%, before the event, what do you think the chances that Grant Cardone were to run before you showed up? What do you think?
I didn't think he would.
Okay. So now you've been to the event. Do you think the odds go up at all?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I you know what? I have a feeling, and I don't know the ins and outs, but there could be a shot that he does it, for the notoriety, to put it in his, in his resume, but also to save the state. And if he did change it, then what he's doing is he's ensuring a Republican majority for the years to come. It's not now. This is a 5-year play.
Yeah. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Even if the governor switched from Democrat to Republican and say Grant won, I don't know. Again, there does seem to be a lot of pissed off Californians, and maybe that supermajority gets voted out. I'll believe that when I see it. I lived in California for 50 plus years, but I'll say this. I hope he runs. I hope he gets in and just mucks up the crazy BS politics in California. He will be an instigator. He will cause people to react. He's not afraid of anybody. And I think the simple act of him running would be a net positive.
Oh, yeah.
So I hope, I mean, again, I could not imagine the stress and all that stuff he'd be under, but I hope he looks at it as the opportunity to change California, and he gives it an honest effort. I hope he does.
And I think if he does, it'll be the talk for a long time.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot of fun. Folks, if you do want to follow Omar, all you got to do is go to Instagram, go to @InvestWithOmar. Great job, Omar. Hey, Grant Cardone or your Sabrina, if you'd like to call on the channel and talk shop, I'd love to have you. Take care. Have fun. Later.